Let's roll the Segue wheel for your story.
Becomes Friday 14.
It's rolling. The Segue wheel is rolling. It's gonna land on.
Okay, we're gonna talk about one stupid thing that's going on in this planet. Let's see if we can load this page.
Our hot planet.
Reuters has this story. Reuters.com. I was talking about, hey, the Thanksgiving vacation season's coming up. Everybody goes over to their family and gets in a fight with their Trumpster Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe and says, the commies are taking over. And he goes and hides in his bunker. Well, you're going to miss that this year because you're taking a staycation because you're terrified to fly home. Why are you terrified? Because you've already got air traffic controllers working without salary. And now the U.S. has ordered 10% flight cuts at major U.S. airports due to shutdown. Yeah, the government's still shut down. The Trumpstein shutdown is entering, well, it's well into its second month. Of course, it started October 1st, which is the theoretical start of the fiscal year in the United States. Fiscal year hasn't started yet, and every government employee who is actually at work is not getting paid, except for ICE. They got money for people to kick down your door, but no money for air safety. Yeah, this is the world we live in. Sorry, folks.
I think there was a plane crash I saw on one of the Discords I'm in.
Oh, it was a UPS crash in Louisville. And 11 people died. It's been all over the news. I don't like the gruesome news so much myself. I like to predict the gruesome news and be right. That's basically where I'm coming from, right? I don't like to be right. I'd love to be wrong. But again, I know this is going to lead to tragedy. 10% flight cut. They're doing that for safety. But you're not going to do nothing about the stress of working without a paycheck, the stress of your co-workers being sent home. Now I got more to do. Okay, so let's talk about it from Reuters. Oh, did I give the guy's name or am I just yammering? David Shepardson and Rajesh Singh from Reuters.com. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, who, again, was a guy who got a start on that MTV show, Real World or whatever it was. That's how he got a start. One of them real world guys, not even a real serious person, somehow is the transportation secretary. Yep, we're fucked. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said on Wednesday that he would order a 10% cut on flights in 40 major U.S. airports, citing air traffic control safety concerns as government shutdown the Trumpstein shutdown hit a record 36 days. Once again, Congress is not in session because Dinglenuts what's his name there? Oh yeah, Grinder Mike Johnson would rather just be spending all of his day looking at his phone, hooking up for little trysts with dudes he met on the internet, than actually running the government. So he won't even seat a duly elected member of Congress. He's been elected since September 23rd. He's still not seated. Congress is still not in session because Grinder Mike is protecting pedophiles. Back to the story. The drastic plan sent airlines scrambling to make significant reductions in flights in just 36 hours, and passengers flooded airline customer service hotlines with concerns about travel in the coming days. There's an ad. Duffy said the cuts could be reversed. Oh, here he goes with his propaganda. The shutdown, the longest in U.S. history, has forced 13,000 air traffic controllers with 50,000 transportation secretary and administration agents to work without pay.
Oh my God, that's a lot of people, guys. 13,000.
Work without pay. Here's your typical MAGA. Well, they're going to get that back pay. Oh yeah, when the sheriff's setting all their stuff on the sidewalk because they can't pay their
and they are living in their car
or their rent. Yeah. Tell them that they're going to get their back pay when they lose their house. Go ahead. I know it's over dramatization, but again, if you still support Trump, what are you getting out of it? I mean, what other than the satisfaction of watching people suffer? What are you getting?
And Duffy's trying to blame for sure.
Duffy's trying to blame the Democrats and Republicans control both the Senate and the House. And I don't know why they think they need. Well, we need 60 votes in the Senate. Well, how many votes do you need to get Grinder Mike back to doing his job? How many votes do you need for that? Well, negotiating. What they're negotiating, the Republicans are negotiating trying to take away medical benefits for about half the country. That's what they're going to go. That's what they want. They're going to fund the government continuously without funding anybody's medical insurance. That was legislation that was passed. It's law. But you know what? Whatever. They don't care. If you're not rich, they don't care. Somebody out there is going to start getting the message. Hello. Let's get back to the story about this travesty that the Trump administration is. They're trying to ramp up pressure on Democrats, saying they shut down and blame the Democrats. How's that working? I think we had election like 2 days ago in a whole bunch of states, and not just blue states, boys and girls. Not just blue states. You need to pay attention. They're blaming you. Shutdown amplifies staffing shortages. Tens of thousands of flights have been delayed since the shutdown began because of widespread air traffic control shortages. Airlines say at least 3.2 million travelers have already been impacted by air traffic control shortages. We had a gut check of what here's this idiot. Duffy talking, sorry. We had a gut check of what is our job. That's a sentence said by a human being, right? Did that make any sense? We had a gut check of what is our job. Tell me what that means. Anyone? Those are some words put together. Citing a confidential safety assessment of the impact of the shutdown on controllers that raises concerns about their performance. Our job is to make sure we make the hard decisions to continue to keep the airspace safe. Yeah.
All 13,000 of those people who aren't working are bad at their job. All 13,000 of them. Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't trust Sean Duffy to fold a piece of paper. He would fuck it up. We had a gut check of what is our job. Yep. What the fuck does that even mean? In a call with major U.S. characters, the FAA said capacity reductions at the airports would start at 4%. Rising to 5% Saturday, 6% Sunday, and then 10% next week. Industry sources told Reuters, we're just planning for a long-term shutdown. We're never going to bring these guys back to work because Trump works for Russia. Yeah, that's right. They've been blackmailing him forever. We can go down that rabbit hole if you want, but we'll finish the story. When we see pressures building in these 40 markets, we just can't ignore it, FAA Administrator Brian Bedford said at a press conference. He sounds probably another criminal. We can take action today, prevent things from deteriorating, so the system is extremely safe today. We will be extremely safe tomorrow. Don't trust you at all. While the government did not name the 40 airports affected, the cuts were expected to hit 30 busiest airports, because of course you want to make the most dangerous ones more dangerous as possible. Yeah, let's cut the busiest ones. That makes sense. You know why? That's where the biggest cuts are. Are you with me? Yeah. Hey, you know what? Most people live in the cities. Did you know why that's where all the votes are? That's one of your funny little things about Republicans. I think land votes. Government officials said nothing would be final until the FAA published an order on Thursday. The move is armed at taking pressure of air traffic controllers. The FAA is about 3,500 air traffic controllers short of targeted staffing levels, and many have been working mandatory overtime 6-day weeks before the shutdown. We've already kind of covered the fact they're working for nothing. Airlines brace for drops in bookings. The closure, which began October 1st, left many low-income Americans without food assistance, closed many government services, and led to the furlough of about 75,000 federal employees. Duffy had warned Tuesday that if the federal government shutdown continued another week, it could lead to mass chaos and force him to close some of the national airspace to air traffic. There you go. Just more chaos from the chaos master. The guy who looks at his belly button all day and thinks, here's Trump looking at his belly button all day long. I know it's a metaphor, but that's basically him. Looking at his belly button. That's his entire universe is as big as his navel. That is it. That's all it cares about. Him, his ego, and there's a bunch of clowns out there that think he walks on water. And I can't think they're real people. I think they're aliens from space, but I have no proof. But there's your story on We're Totally Fucked Again. And it's really hard to understand why, but again, you spend time with a few Americans, you'll figure it out. They're dumb as shit.
I think a lot of people who aren't Americans can agree with that. It sounds like we're really burning the boat at both ends.
What's that? There you go. I forgot my soundboard.
We're burning the boat at both ends here. Oh, wow. I can't believe they started a fire. We also started a fire, but they started a fire too, okay? So, but they're more guilty than us.
Yeah, I don't have to sit here and go and try to defend liberty every day, do I? Like the right to just say things that aren't really hurting anyone without being arrested, or, you know, just being safe or having something to eat. I got to defend that. Yeah, having something to eat. The Christians of all people, right?